Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to write a matrix equation. When you're writing a matrix equation, you really have three different parts. The first part is, of course, your variables. And the second part are your constants. You want to make sure that your equations, whether it's 2 or 3 or however many you have, are in the same form. Standard form is best. So these ones, they're in standard form. It goes x, y equals the constant, x, y equals the constant. And you have to make sure that all of your equations are in the same form. So these ones look good, so we're in a good situation. When you're writing the matrix equation, you're going to have three different matrices. The first one's going to be all of your coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers in front of your variables. So this one is going to be 2, 3, and 3, 2. Then you're going to multiply that by another matrix. The second matrix are going to be your variables, which in this situation is going to be x and y. And the third matrix is going to be your constants, which are 14 and 12. Now you've written the matrix equation and you're done. The same thing's true if I have more variables. So if you look at this bottom one down here, this time I have 3 variables. First I'm going to put my coefficients, 2, 3, negative 2, 3, negative 1, 14, 1, negative 9, negative 3. Now I'm going to put my variable equation, which is going to be x, y, and z, and it's going to be equal to my constant equation, which is 17, 11, and 2/3. And that's it. They do get a little bit more tricky. The ones that are a little bit more tricky are when they're not in the right form beginning off. So these ones are not in the right form beginning off. So I'm going to bring it down here and I'm going to turn this equation into the right form. I'm going to subtract 4z from each side. I'm going to subtract 1/2 x from each side. Now all the variables are on the same side, but like my last one, I want it to be alphabetical. So I'm going to change the order of this to be negative 1/2 x plus y minus 4z equals 9. It's totally fine to have a fraction in here. If I wanted to get rid of the fraction, I could multiply everything in this equation by 2, which would give me negative x plus 2y minus 8z equals 18. But I don't need to do that, so I'm not going to do that. You're allowed to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to bring down the second equation and get it in the same form. In order to make sure I don't lose the one that I just did, I'm going to put a box around it. I'm going to add 9z to each side. This is not in the right form, so I'm going to change it to be in the right form. And now it's in the right form, so I'm going to put a box around it to make sure I don't lose it. I'm going to bring down the third equation. I'm going to subtract 3z from each side. I'm going to subtract y from each side. And it's not in the right form, so I'm going to change it to be in the right form. Now it's in the right form. Now I'm going to take my 3 equations and I'm going to write the matrix equation. So my first equation right here, negative 1/2, 1, negative 4. Second equation, negative 3, 2, 9. Third equation, 6, negative 1, negative 3. My variables, once again, are x, y, z. And my constants are 9, 11, negative 9. And that's the matrix equation. The last one is if all of my variables aren't there. If all of my variables aren't there, then I'm going to have to put in the ones that are missing. So on this one right here, I don't have a z, which means that I have 0 z's. On this one down here, I don't have a y, which means I have 0 y's. I still want them to be in the right form, so I'm going to change this guy around to be x plus 3y plus 0z equals 19. Put a box around it so I don't lose it. This one's fine, so I'm just going to put a box around him. And the last one, change it to be 2x plus 0y plus 9z equals 11. Put a box around it. It's really important that they're all in the same form. Otherwise, my numbers would not be in the right spots inside of my matrix. So my first one is my coefficients, which is going to be 2, 3, negative 4, 1, 3, 0, 2, 0, 9. Next one are my variables, which are x, y, z. And the last one is my constants, which are 7, 19, and 11. Now some of you guys are probably wondering, Mr. Lothamer, this was your first equation. How come that one didn't have to go first? The order that these go in actually don't matter. The important thing is that they're in the right form. So if I wanted to put this one first, I could. The only thing that would change here would be 1, 3, 0, 2, 3, negative 4, 2, 0, 9. X, Y, Z. $19, 7, 11. So the parts that were in the same equation still are together, which is the important thing. And it'll give you the same solution. You can do it either way.